I need you to indulge me for a few seconds. I'm going to play a series of about 5 screens, and it's going to run for about 10 seconds. And I want you to see who's leaving Congress before the next election in 2026. Now, the names you're looking at, you might want to pause because each screen is going to last about 2 seconds. But each name you're looking at is a Republican or a Democrat in the House and Senate who's going to be retiring, leaving. One has passed away that are not going to be around in 2026. Some of them are going to run for other offices. Some of them are going to run for governorship of their states. Some of them are just retiring. But let's break down the numbers. From the Maga delegation, you got 26 people that are going to be leaving Congress. You got 18 House members and you got 7 members from the Senate. For the Democrats, you have a total of 18 people that are going to be leaving, retiring, or moving on from the House and Senate. You got 13 from the House and 5 from the Senate. There are more people leaving MAGA in the House and Senate than there are Democrats. And you got to be careful of what's going on, because I'll give you Alabama, for example. You got Senator Tommy Tuberville, who's leaving, but he's running for governor of Alabama. You got Barry Moore, who's a representative in the House. He's going to try to run for Senate and take Tuberville's seat. So even though they're leaving, they're going to other places in power. Barry is attempting to go from the House to the Senate, and Tuberville is attempting to go from the Senate to the governorship of Alabama. And there are a lot of Republicans that are doing that. You got a lot of Republicans that looked at the numbers and said, you know what? I can't win a re-election in my district, but I got a better shot at winning my state. Let's take Barry Moore, for example. He probably said, hey, I can probably win my district, but I want the state. Tuberville is thinking Kay Ivey is leaving, governor of Alabama. Kay Ivey is retiring, so I got a better shot at getting the state. Does he? I don't know. But there are a lot of people that are just leaving. So go back and look and see if your state is there and find out what MAGA is doing and where they're trying to go. That way you have better knowledge on what Republicans are trying to do. They've implemented the rules at the top. Now they have to disseminate those rules down into the local level. One person did that in particular was James Madison. James Madison, who was the 4th president of the United States, he's known as the father of the Constitution. And one of the reasons why he was known as the father of the Constitution, he ran for the House and Senate to go up to the U.S. Capitol and work on the Constitution. Then he run for local office and be a representative in his district to try to get the state to do what they needed to do from the U.S. conventions. So James Madison was getting elected back and forth just to get the Constitution as it stood passed. And a lot of people didn't like it because it didn't have the Bill of Rights and it didn't have any amendments. But it was James Madison's job to go and try to argue, let's get the Constitution as it is, and then we'll fix it later. There was no guarantee he was going to fix it, but they did. What do you think MAGA is trying to do? Some of those guys that were in the House and Senate and got this bullshit passed, they're trying now to implement it on the state level. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. So go back and watch and learn and see what MAGA is attempting to do. That way we can counter it. And again, I'll say this. Barack Obama used to say, don't boo, vote. It's very important that we adhere to that. But also, we need to be peaceful and stay still until that time comes. Let them continue to eat off their face. Let them continue to fight, because the problem now is, who is more MAGA than the other MAGAs? If you're not MAGA, this is not your fight. So just chill. Just chill. Do what you got to do. Continue to try to thrive and survive in the economy in the world in which MAGA is trying to build. And when the time comes, that's when you strike. Don't let them see you coming. And to the MAGA and the Republicans and the conservatives who are disillusioned with what MAGA is doing, next year is your chance to say no more. What do you think?